All right, let's get to this. Thank you for everybody here today. Thank you for joining it. For those who have been waiting for us, I do appreciate your patience. I had to go out and get some food for us, get a couple groceries because we're running a little low. I'm so I can hear me. Can I get a mic check for you?
That's him. He hasn't lowered it yet.
Hang on.
Fighting.
There we go. All right, I was straightening my ear. I did not have a chance to mute it. I was making sure we had sound.
Gotcha. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I think you have voice because I saw your little bar moving, so I think we should be good.
Okay.
South Deep, you can give me a check. Let me know.
Yeah, she's on her way right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So this week we do have a bit of a conversational piece to talk about, or a few of them.
We got a few.
We got a few, and yes, these things do evolve of our personal life. Yes, these do evolve our personal hobbies and our personal enjoyment. So, it's not like some things. And thank you for all those who've been liking the shorts. I really appreciate it. Even those who leave bad comments, even those who leave comments that are maybe a little bit of a controversial topic piece or just trying to be an ass just to be an ass. Like literally today, I had a clip of me go around with some of my characters and one of my teams that I have. I kind of half-heartedly put it together, and someone's like, yeah, this is the video to show you a complete comp that's completely useless. So I'm like, that comment was not necessary. Not necessary at all. You didn't need to say that, but you just wanted to say it just to be an ass. Like, I don't understand the purpose of that, but I do appreciate it because YouTube doesn't care. All they care about is whether or not I get people leaving comments, and that to me helps me.
That reminds me, when my desk gets built and put in tomorrow,
the
new PC is what's going to get installed. And, I showed you this, but did I show you?
Oh yeah. You showed me two DDR
2 packs. For a total of 128.
Okay. But I will say for everybody that does not know, I haven't got the things up and I haven't got all of it settled out, but I am now currently sponsored now by MiHoYo's other game, Honkai Star Rail. So if you want to try that out, be sure to go to my streams and try it out for me. I appreciate it for those who help me out. Did I ever tell you our refrigerator is like almost on his last leg?
What did you do to it?
I don't
to be you. Because Loving One treats it right. I watch her. She shut the door gently and stuff when I was there. What did you do to it?
I put a new water filter in it.
Oh, yep. See, first off, the problem was you touched it mechanically. So left that to your wife. It would still function properly.
So yeah, I put a new water filter in it, and the refrigerator was like literally dying. I put old water filter in it, and we have it on the lowest settings we possibly could put on the refrigerator, and it still works. But it's like on its last leg. I've explained to everybody else. It's like driving a car that's manual, and only thing you can shift it to is gear 1. That's it. Can't go to 2, 3, or 4. It can only go to gear 1, and that's all it can do. Our refrigerator is on its last leg.
It's a stealthy squashmallow version of Hedwig.
Yeah, today we went to Walmart to get our groceries. They had the what's the penguin Pokemon Squishmallow there.
Purple.
Yeah, next time I have a chance, I'd like to go grab me one. But yeah, that's the problem with the refrigerator. If anybody's still wondering what's going on with that, it's still kind of running. So we're not gonna go and try to get a new refrigerator until it completely dies. But by then it'll probably be like too late. But it's definitely on its last leg. It's such a pain in the ass.
Is it only the water dispensing that's doing it this slow? Because is it still keeping stuff cold and frozen and stuff?
It's freezing the food, but it's not like a brick, and it's still making ice, but only making 2 or 3 ice cubes at a time. And I'm like, okay, that's water filter. Like when you do the water on the refrigerator, the water barely comes out. I mean, it's a slow trickle.
Well, it could be that, or it could be prior to even getting to the filter. It could be have you? And sorry guys, I'm a bit of a nerd with stuff like this, but have you disconnected the water line at the back and checked the pressure there?
Yeah, the pressure seems to be fine.
Okay, so I wonder if your coils are all crudded up on the inside.
Well, I took the blower to it, pressure blower to it, but I don't know. That's like it could be something clogging inside of it. Because I don't know how long that water filter was in that refrigerator. So it could have
Okay.
been there like before because we moved in here. That refrigerator was here. So like they could have put the refrigerator in there, never trade out the water filter, and now the inside lines are just all kinds of nope. And when we would like took some vinegar and like squish it down the line, tried to
When you blew air through it, was the filter still in it?
uh filter? No.
Because
No.
what you could have done if the filter wasn't in it when you blew the line,
Mm-hmm.
have somebody hit the air on one end, you could put your hand down where the filter was because air's going to come out there. And if you're not getting hardly any air there, that means somewhere back up in it, it is definitely clogged up.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing air come out.
Because think about it, water travels through it to get to the filter, so air should travel through it to come out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not coming out there, you got an issue.
Yeah, I got some internal issue. But yeah, some reason about the water filter, or because like I said, we put the old one in and it works not that it's now cooling out the refrigerator. So I guess water is circulating to it to keep the refrigerator from keep the refrigerator cooled so it doesn't overheat. And then if it overheats, it doesn't cool or keep the food frozen and or cold. So I'm guessing there's some.
I'm just confused why your water filter is affecting the cooling side of it because, like, for instance, mine has an internal water filter too that you swap out for cooling for your water.
Yeah.
But even if I took that water filter all the way out, it wouldn't change the temperature for my refrigerator or my freezer because all that water is there before it ever even gets to the filter because it's only there for cooling purposes in the coils.
Yeah.
So if your filter is affecting how well you're cooling, you definitely got to have a problem somewhere.
Yeah, that's why we're like we need a new one, but yeah. So dealing with that.
I wouldn't put a whole lot in it for the time being.
Yeah, I'm just going, please just stay alive until we get like our tax return. That's all at this point. My sponsors aren't really gonna pay me out if I don't send them nobody. But yeah, so okay. But let's just go ahead and just jump into a few things that are on my mind. I shared a few things with Corva this week. And for those that know, we are a bit of an anime fans around here, and we have some things. But let's go over one thing I think everybody can relate to, and that's leaks. Yeah, let's go over this. This part I thought it was kind of oddly funny that how much people just are so butthurt over leaks. Me, I told Stealthy, I told you, I told everybody, like, you play a video game, I will watch you and still go play the exact same game and have the exact amount of fun playing it afterwards. So, not a problem.
And I had a different thought when I was watching the video because yes, I get some of the negative impacts from leaks. I completely quantify that. Okay. But one of the things that this guy that we was watching failed to think about is like what I told you earlier. Some of that shit is strategic by the company. They literally have people that they pay on their staff to use a pseudonym to leak bits of information because that's how they get people that aren't interested in it interested in it. So the fact that he's not even considering that these precious manga and anime companies might not be doing some of it themselves to garner the people to come see it is actually laughable to me. I laughed out loud in front of my wife because I was like, yes, I get it. Not all leakers are legit, what I would call a legit leaker that's paid by the company to do it to get them more people.
Yeah.
I get that. And those leakers, yes, they can have a negative impact by releasing shit that they don't want released yet. I understand, and it hurts their bottom line. I get that. But to completely dismiss the fact that these companies are not smart enough to know that if they leak certain information themselves, that it gets more people's interest is laughable.
Yeah.
That's saying that same precious company that gives you all this beautiful artwork and story, they're not smart enough to know that they can do this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I
just
think
like the
they are.
Nintendo conversation we had about Power World. You
Mm.
think Nintendo didn't think, hey, let's see what it's going to do first? Come on, man. You got to get these are multi-million dollar, billion-dollar companies. These people aren't freaking morons.
Oh, quick note about that. I didn't know about this or didn't think about this. Apparently, people always said that Pokemon was a copycat of Dragon Quest, which I think you might have said. I don't remember if it was you or someone else. And people also said Pokemon tried to sue Digimon at one time, and that was a complete bust. Like
Yeah,
they failed.
they did. They did.
So,
Um,
like, you got people now going, now Nintendo's attacking Power World when Nintendo stole from Dragon Quest and they try to sue Digimon and also failed. Nintendo doesn't have a very high streak
it's a
here.
big ass circle, and it's like with the leaks, man. You got some people that are legit that are paid by the companies to leak it to get your interest, and then you got the non-legit people that are. And he's right. On this, the non-legits, I really think they have a god complex a little bit. They're like, listen, I give this to you because you want it. That's their way to be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get it. But not all of them are that way. I mean, I guarantee you, there has been times at any anime, manga, video game company, anywhere that a guy's been like, hey, no, we're not getting that much interest in this game off of the trailer
Bless you.
or off of this manga, off of like the little bit of snippet we release. So we're gonna pay you a little extra, use this pseudonym, and drop a little leak.
Mm-hmm.
Get us a little interest so that when we release, we get that money.
Yeah. Okay, so let them for people asking me in the chat, what's the topic for the topic right now is leaks. Now, let me give you the rundown of what happened here. So in Japan, there was a group of people that were it's not known as of yet if these group of people worked at these places, worked at these companies, worked at these entertainment groups and made these things, but these people were somehow getting access to sources that were not released to the public yet. And then when they were taking these things and releasing it to the internets that were spoiling people's hype for a upcoming book or TV show or anime, manga, you name it. And Japan has now apparently said, yeah, no more spoilings or you now go to jail. And I'm like,
here's a question I have. I thought Japan had the non copyright shit. So like, if you made it, someone else could use it, and there wasn't shit you could do about it. Ain't that kind of a double standard to do this? Then
well, America has it. Japan does not have a fair use clause.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to remember. I wasn't 100% sure. So America has fair use,
yes,
but Japan does not.
Yes.
So Japan's like, hell no.
But if someone releases it in America, Japan will try to strike it down, even though you're not in America, which I think is like, you're in the wrong country, my dude. If I got the access to it, I release it, fair use. But if it's in Japan, now you can have a chance of being sentenced, which I think is a little bit wild. But like, I don't have a problem with spoilers because I still don't think even a small snippet thing can still take away from the overall enjoyment, right? It's about the adventure getting to whatever spoiler came out sometimes for me.
Well, here's the thing. Think about MiHoYo. They moved to where? Where did they move to?
They moved out of China. They moved like to Tibet or something like that. Somewhere.
Right. Now, do you think MiHoYo doesn't see all the fucking leaks that come out about who's coming in what banner and
all the time?
Do you? I mean, but it doesn't do anything but make people want to go and watch and play.
Yes.
That depends on the person.
It depends on the person, but at large, most people, it garners interest. Now, I will say that some leaks can spoil it. Can spoil stuff for you.
Like, how much content you think you need to be spoiled to be actually spoiled? Like, can it be like a 30-second clip or a minute clip?
It doesn't spoil it for me if I know that there's a new character coming. What'll spoil it for me is if you give me that character storyline.
Yeah.
Or how the character plays, which a lot of them
do. And those videos get
Which,
strike
by
down
the
all the
way,
time.
Stealthy is a huge Gomming fan right now. She thinks he is freaking amazing.
Yeah, Gaming. I cringed yesterday. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm gonna say about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fact that it got spoiled, and it's not the fact that I won't enjoy the game anyway.
Yeah.
That is not what it is. The thing is that feeling of discovery that you do when you learn things about this character, you no longer have, because someone has already shown you how to do it.
Yeah, I can see that.
You don't get that achievement of, oh my goodness, I found it, I did it, yes! It's gone because you already seen it.
You're just playing around. You're just playing with me over here in this in the camera. Like,
yeah, just trying to get her to get in her frame.
I was supposed to say, because I'm watching me slide around. I'm like, what's going on with the stream?
Get her to frame, because they might just hear, always a disembodied voice. But yeah, okay, so
that's what I'm saying. Like the other part of that is that the discovery, you lose that opportunity, which is what most people would say. Like in my case, that's what ruins it for me. Now, for example, do you remember the Nintendo thing?
Which one is
released about Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh yeah.
All the spoilers.
All
of them. And then they just completely told me everything. I was so mad. Not because of the fact that I still didn't want the game. Obviously, I still bought the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love the game, okay? Anybody who says otherwise can suck it. But was I still angry? Yes. Am I still angry? Yes. Yes. I'm still angry, okay?
Well, Nintendo has
bit of that.
Yeah, Nintendo has a way, if something leaks though, Nintendo go, oh, you they have been known to do this literally. Like they leaked like footage of things and completely cancel the entire thing. Like all of it. It's like, wait, you just leaked that? That project is now scrapped. God, I'm like,
but that one was the president, which is why I didn't get scrapped.
Yeah, so can you imagine if your favorite manga came out and the story was like, oh my God, I just saw how that ending, they died, or oh my God, they survived, or new powers, and they're going, oh, you saw that? God. Now you won't ever see that, because now we're changing all the entire thing to all of it now because of one leak. That would suck.
But I mean, it's my thing is like to totally discount the fact that some of those leaks are coming from the company themselves intentionally is preposterous. I mean, yes, there's a large amount of leaks out there that have, people are managing to get this information however they're managing to get it, but you have to also understand that the company is leaking some of the information themselves just to garner the interest. So, you can go out there and say that you want leak culture totally canceled and you don't want to have any leaks and you're perfectly fine with waiting. But I guarantee you that some of the same people that want that leak culture canceled would be some of the first people to bitch when they can't find out when the next episode's coming. That's considered a leak, knowing ahead of time, or when a trailer's coming. That's considered a leak, guys. So be careful what you wish for, because it can go back to like it used to in the old days where they don't even fucking tell you the movie or the anime or anything's coming until one day you get up and they're like, today at the theater.
Yeah, I remember those times where like if you saw a trailer, it was like during like a Super Bowl, or there's some live, special events, and if it did show up on TV, everybody was talking about it in the watering hole, at work, at school.
Some of the best trailers in the world come out over the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit what nobody says.
This though, here's my biggest problem with trailers: is lately they have been taking all of the fucking good bits.
Fucking right. So fucking right on that one. Oh, that's so spoiler. Like I can't remember what it was. I watched one movie. It was all in a trailer, and I watched the movie. I'm like, they literally spoiled the entire movie because every moment that was enjoyable to watch was in the trailer. Like whoever made that trailer should have been fired.
Shit with the I mean, I still watched it and enjoyed it, but like the Godzilla versus Kong, the fucking trailer showed them throwing down on a ship in the middle of the ocean. That was one of the
Granted-
biggest damn things in the movie.
The good thing though was they didn't show all of the fight scenes,
Yeah.
which is the only thing that saved that.
So
But that's what we're talking about. Like, you can't show it all.
yeah, like what happened to the days of teasers? Can you not have leakers that are just teasers? Like, hey, here's like a half image or a blurred, I don't know, some way of teasing the entertainment.
Here's a 30-second line from the movie.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck the context is, but you know that line, by the way he spoke it, carries weight. And now I'm ready.
And just hear noises and just ambiance.
Yeah, like you remember how they used to do old horror film trailers? It would be a pitch black screen and you would just hear like clicking of an alien or a monster in the background and shit moving around, and then that's all you got.
Yeah.
And then it would just throw the title up and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I want to see what was making the sound, you know?
Yeah.
Here's something, for example, the Godzilla trailer we seen. Instead of showing the entire fight, show where it's coming, where Godzilla was coming up, Kong realizes it, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
At that point, that would have made everybody question what's about to happen.
By the way,
they're about to throw it down, but what's gonna happen?
Or hell, you don't even have to show Godzilla coming up. You can show the part where Kong was just looking over the water and it just started turning blue, and then cut it.
Yeah. Like what was that? Yeah.
You know,
something, a teaser.
Some suspense.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you're Japan, don't leak nothing because you might go to jail. It's like Korea. If you hack in a video game, you can go to jail. It's like, wow.
Don't be modding shit in Korea. You'll be modding yourself right into a 4x4 with nice bars.
I think that does depend on the situation.
Well,
because if it's a legal mod, think about it, because there are legal mods where people sell those mods because they were.
Yeah, that's why I said hacking. Wow. Like if you were cheating in a professional game, or if you were cheating in a ranked game.
That should be jailable. How many people have had their shit ruined because somebody did a cheap shot?
Oh, League of Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty.
Destiny. I've seen it in Destiny in the PvP area where you're just like running around and you got the same weapon as that dude over there. And when you fire, you can't hit him from there, but his can hit you dead between the eyes one shot. Now, you know damn well that's not how that shit works.
So, yeah, Japan, it's a little thing. Now, we're going to do a quick section of this because me and Corvo are done talking about this. And this will be end of it. But for those who remember, a couple years back, I told about a studio that got burned down. And the person that did it didn't get caught. Well, he did get caught. He's in jail. It was the same studio that made Dragon Maid. So if you want to look up that little topic, go look it up and go see into it bit by yourself. But he is now being prosecuted. Yeah, it's not really great for kids if you're an adult, but I say condolence. I feel my heart goes out to everybody that's involved in that situation. Hope them the best. Hope them to recover. I hope the studio gets back on its feet and bring me and other, I'm sure tons of other people, the joy and the happiness that they once did, and bringing it back again, because no one wants to see someone's life ruined because of disgruntled person. I will say that much. Definitely disgruntled. So, okay. Next one now also goes off to it. Now, let's give a scenario here for people. Let's just say you bought yourself a phone. You paid for the phone, you bought the phone, and you put all the assets on your phone. And this phone gets bought out by, let's say, AT&T. And AT&T goes, yeah, your phone is now bricked, and we're going to come over to your house and take it from your cold hands. You're going to buy a brand new phone and start all over again. After you paid for it, after you put all the stuff on it, it's yours. But they just came over to your house and just ripped it out of your hands. Would you not fight back?
No, they're going to take shit from me that I paid for. That ain't happening.
So, Funimation, and Corvo supposedly has some more information about me, about this, so be sure to chime in. But Funimation has now completely closed. Now, Funimation, for those who don't know, is a co-producer of animes and other stuff like that, and they were some of the people that helped translate it and help make some of your favorite TV shows accessible to American audiences. And they had a subscription system, but you could also buy digital assets from them. Yes, digital, meaning you could not download it, but it was yours. You paid for it through accessing through their website. So you can access any point through their website, but you paid for it, you bought it. And some people bought some digital Blu-rays of TV shows they liked. Well, they shut down and were bought up by Crunchyroll, another competitor. And Crunchyroll said, yeah, all that stuff you bought, it's gone. You can't access no more. We will not support it. You have to start all over again, and or you have to buy from us, and or we won't let you have access to it at all because we don't have it in our category catalogs. And I thought that was pretty damn bad.
Now there is more information to come on that because that is not the complete story with Crunchyroll.
Okay,
so first off, Crunchyroll is they're leaning towards becoming an anime production facility.
Yeah.
So in the past, anybody don't know anything about Crunchyroll, they've been purely a streaming venue, meaning they buy the rights to certain animes so they could put them on their venue, and if you pay their subscription, you can go and view it there. Okay. Now they've started buying up some things like Funimation and stuff because what they're leaning to do is to start producing anime as well. Okay. Now, that being said, because it's not in their catalog now when they bought it from Funimation, does not mean it's not going to become available in their catalog. Okay. Which means, yes, you may still be able to get it. But to your point, you're right. You may still have to sign up for a new subscription to have access. That the reason for that is there is no way logistically, cost effectively, and easily that they can take the catalog system from Funimation and just flip a switch where people can go through Crunchyroll to get their stuff. Okay. Can they do it? Yes. Would it? It would cost them probably more money than it cost them to buy Funimation.
That much? Wow!
Yes,
Just
because you have to understand, they have to rewrite network rules. They have to move all that architecture, all that infrastructure has to be put in a premise where they have access to be able to plug into their network. And then their security teams have to verify that those servers are now secure and can be accessed on their stuff. And then rights have to be assigned. And then they have to go out and find every user that bought anything there.
Yeah.
Figure out what it was they had access to. And then somebody has to give them those accesses, but through their network now.
Now,
and that's hours and hours and hours and hours of man hours.
Okay, so let's say that you're the one doing it. How much in the ballpark, since you kind of work in this kind of industry, how much in the ballpark would you say that would cost you to start moving that infrastructure from their service to yours and to integrate their hardware into yours?
You're talking a million plus easy.
Million plus?
That's just moving and setting up. That's not the man hours it's going to take once it's there to map everything, to assign all the credentials. Because soft costs, now you're talking probably millions of dollars to get that shit back up and running, where the average user that did buy that stuff can get to it again, but through their stuff. Because remember, they bought this place. They don't have the rights to that domain and stuff. They just bought the company. So they have to move it all to their domain to legally make it accessible to you.
Okay.
So you're talking a shitload of man hours, a shitload of physical labor to move it all to a site. I mean, it's a lot of money. That's why I think what'll happen is they're going to eventually phase in the entire catalog from Funimation into Crunchyroll's catalog. But the easiest way to give you access is, unfortunately for you, you go buy a subscription.
Yeah.
And then everything that you did have access to, you have access to again. You're just paying a monthly subscription now or annual subscription if you take the annual.
Yeah.
And Now, the trade-off with that is okay. The downside is what you paid for. You're now having to pay a subscription to view. That's the downside. The upside is all the shit that you didn't have that is in Crunchyroll's library and Funimation's library at that point is now free and accessible to you with just that subscription.
Yeah. Now,
so it's a balancing act. It's what's easiest for them, and I get that it sucks ass.
And it makes them look bad. Like it does. It does make them look bad.
And I'm gonna say this from I know people are gonna have comments on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that. Be prepared, Grumpy, because it's coming.
Just gotta make shorts out of it.
This as an IT person.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you buy digital media, relying purely on them to host it is the dumbest shit ever. If you buy it,
I'm agreeing.
If you buy it and it has a download button, you click that bitch and put it somewhere. Because shit like this happens. These companies don't last forever.
No, they don't.
There's a reason why I have a network area storage device. There's a reason why I sent you one.
Yeah, like
so that when you click, purchase, and they're like, okay, well, you can stream live from here, or here's a download link. I always click the download link.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I may go there to stream it, but if that shuts down, I got to have a way to see the shit that I paid for.
Yeah, the moment I think you see on your screen, like, purchase now digital assets, and you can't download it, there should be an agreement behind it going, you agree, knowing that one day we will shut down or this information will be lost. Are you okay with losing it someday? You should be completely fine with that because you are going to lose it.
And technically, usually most of those places, when you sign up for an account with them, if you're one of the 1 in 10 billion that might read the fucking licensing agreement, it's probably actually in there saying, hey, but the thing, there you go again, you got people that don't read that shit. They just want their content, so they scroll to the bottom as quick as they can, hit accept, move on, and then when shit like this happens, oh, they fucked me out of my money. Bitch, it was in black and white. You knew this could happen.
Well, in America, at least, they have changed the law where if it's so many paragraphs and so many words in a legal agreement and you click the yes agreement button, it's not legally liable to you because of how long it was and how big it was, so the normal average age person wouldn't have time or the attention span to read it. That's like literally a thing.
Why they've started, if you've noticed, most of them have went to 3 paragraphs now because that is just below the standards.
Yeah.
I keep up with this shit because of what I do.
Yeah. So
even when we write agreements that we have to post when they do stuff at my place of business, we will get within 1 word of it, and then that's it.
So
that way it stays legally binding and they can't bitch.
So this is why I tell people, if you buy digital video games, digital movies, digital books, digital anything, if you can't download it, don't buy it. Because if you can't have a physical copy of yourself, I don't buy it. It's a waste of your money. You can go buy it physically. It's so much safer for you as a consumer. I've been saying that.
I have a bunch of stuff that I bought that was digital, but there's a downloaded copy
somewhere
on my network storage because I know one day there might not be a Crunchyroll. One day there might not be a Funimation, and I'm a greedy bastard. And if I want to go watch Dragon Ball and I paid for Dragon Ball, by God, I want to get to my Dragon Ball.
And that includes Netflix, Hulu, any of the digital assets of media, movies too. What?
Zeros.
Remember how he talked to his friends, thinking that they had access?
Oh, so here's your funny one.
Ties into this.
Because you know you one of your funny little favorite short people did this shit. So
okay.
He has purple hair.
All the stuff that I purchased digitally.
Yeah.
I keep a copy on my NAS, and I have a Plex server I set up for here at home.
You know, that you have access to.
That you have access to.
But
the
you can't
kids have
download
access
from
to,
easily.
so they can go and watch this stuff. Well, my son, bless his soul, did not understand that because anybody can go out to Plex. And
Yeah.
Plex does have some stuff that's theirs that they have posted you can watch, but he did not realize
Certain
that
things.
Daddy's Plex server was different than Plex.
It was special.
Right. So he's talking to his friends and he's asking them about like Digimon and stuff like that.
Have you watched these?
Have you watched them? And they're like, no. And it's because it was before their time and their parents don't have access to it, right? He goes, well, sure, you can watch it. Just go to Plex. It's on Plex. And they're like, what do you mean?
We've never seen it there.
We've never seen it on Plex.
Oh.
We go to Plex, but it's not there. He's like, well, sure it is. I go home and just click Plex and go to kids, and there it is. And he's like, kids? What are you talking about?
I would be like, let me show you. Click.
I had to have a conversation with him and explain to him, son, Daddy's Plex server is Daddy's Plex server. I set it up. It's separate. It's outside of the average normal Plex. And everything that is on there is stuff that Daddy has purchased digitally and put there for you guys to enjoy. Nobody else in the world, unless Daddy gives them access, can view that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, huh? I'm like, yes, baby. Only you can see the Digimon on the Plex server because only Daddy has it sitting in that,
in that spot.
In that spot. And he's like, oh. His mind was like, shit.
Like, I got it, so you can have access to it. But their mommy and daddies didn't.
Plex, though.
Yeah.
Just go to Plex. And I'm like, no, baby, that's not how that works.
Like, it's not Netflix. It's not a set thing. Okay, so let's get back to real quick on the topic of the Crunchyroll thing. And someone made this comment. You might, again, you watched the video as well. They brought up the fact that now that Crunchyroll is doing this, and I had Crunchyroll's subscription base a few times throughout the years. I have supported them. Yeah. So, as you well know, they, after a while, they might get rid of one or two animes to make room for
something that's coming
something else that's coming in, right? They don't have every single anime that's always been. And
well, because you can't have the amount of money it would cost to maintain that kind of infrastructure. Like, could you imagine the damn disk space that would be required to store a copy of every anime episode and movie ever created?
Well, there would have to be like a game developer or a game studio where they literally have like whole rooms of servers, racks everywhere down long straws of things. But
that's not a single location type of thing, dude. That's like 4 or 5 server farms across the globe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's an AWS type situation, like mesh networked fucking server farms that are like 20 and 30 miles wide.
Quick thought here, though. I never told you about this. Our local movie theater, or a movie theater kind of near us, that has the Cineplex or the fancy movie theaters, they actually had their own server in house, and you can see it had like a glass doors in front of it, and you see like all these walls of servers of all their stuff. I'm going, why they have almost? It's a movie theater. Why they have so many servers here? I thought that was pretty cool.
I can tell you why. Because movie theaters don't do projection rolls anymore. It's all digital copy and then transmitted to a projector that throws the digigal image out.
They had like, I would say like 10 server racks all filled up to the brim. I'm like,
yep,
wow. And I'm thinking like that's a lot of storage. But anyways, so they were saying that now that this stuff is going to go away, it's a little hard to get some of your access. This will lead to more pirating, and as far as I know, pirating's never stopped. It's never gone away. It's never ended. But
pirating never let up to begin with.
Yeah,
people still pirate because, as some people have said, pirating is mainly done by young kids and stuff that don't have the money to buy what they're wanting to watch. So they find ways to get it. That has never changed since the computer has come out. And I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So it's not going to lead to more pirating. It's just going to lead to people pirating more creatively.
Okay. And then it said pirating is a symptom of bad business, meaning the business is not molding itself to be more acceptable or more accessible to their customers and to
Okay.
price ranges and all that stuff. So their arguments is this is not going to just be a flood because they can't have access to their stuff no
What
more.
price range do you want the business to set it at for people that don't have money? You can't get it for free. I mean, I can tell you probably. I mean, take my kids for instance. They don't have the money to go buy the anime they want to watch. They come see Daddy, but if Daddy wasn't here, they would find a way to get it. There's no business on the planet. There's no business on the planet that's going to go. I put all this money into this production. Let me just give it to this kid for free because he doesn't have money. They can't do that shit. They'll go out of business. So yes, you're going to have pirating, and you're going to have businesses say, "Hey, this is as low as I can go."
Yeah. And of course they've raised their yearly capped of their prices for their Crunchyroll's subscription to $100, which honestly I thought it was like $80, but $100, $80, it's not really that big of a difference, right? It is a upscaling, and pretty much everything's going to upscaling. It's coming to the point where it feels like $1 bill is like 50 cents nowadays. It really does. I don't know where a dollar is anymore, but everything's going up in price because everybody's making more money. But then everything's going up in price and everybody's making more money, then it's like everything's $1 again.
The problem is yeah, everything's going up in price, and they're bringing in more money, but at the same time their overhead is going up too because they're storing more data. So it's all scalable. It's a sliding scale. You know, I have more infrastructure to maintain, so I have to raise my subscription. So then my numbers look like I'm bringing in more money, but in reality, I'm making the same amount of money because that extra money is going right back to the infrastructure that I just put in place to put out more. You know, it's a freaking circle.
Yeah,
dude. It's vicious. Like, I'll give you an example. That project I'm working on.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like we're spending a ton of money on this project. But realistically, we're not really for what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And then you look at it and it comes right back around and it's like, okay, so they're spending this money, but they're making this money back, but they're breaking even. It's just a damn circle. In reality, by the time we're done with the project, we spent X amount of dollars, but we got it to what it was supposed to be. So in the end, we're going to break even because over the next 15 or 20 years, we're not going to spend any money on it. It's just a damn circle.
So at some point they'll start making a profit income, because I wouldn't buy if I say I have my own company, I wouldn't buy another company if there was no profit incentive, right?
Right. Well, the profit incentive for them is okay. Yes, it's going to cost us money. So we're going to raise our subscriptions because now we have to host this extra infrastructure and this extra data. Where they might start making money is in 5 years when the cost of that initial move and data management has been technically paid. And then everything net after that is where they gain money. So it's like you have to sacrifice a certain amount of profits for the next 5 years to make better profits after that.
Yeah, it's kind of like bit mining, bit mining, where people spend a lot of money in their computer rigs and graphics cards, and then in electricity, and after a while they started making money, but it took a while for them to actually start making the money.
It's like, for example, a streamer. Here you go. You'll love this. A streamer. How much money did you spend in your rig? Okay, you spent a lot of money in your rig and all your stuff. So if you wrote that number down and then you started writing down every time you get paid from Twitch, deducting that amount from there, it might take you 6 years to break even. But then after that, everything after that is when you start making money off of your initial investment. That's the way that shit works. We opened a place in China. It took 3 years before it actually started making us money because we had to pay the cost of everything we did to get it set up there. And that all paid out of its initial first 3 years. You know, you don't make money instantly. No. It's like that shop that me and you were talking about. If me and you could open it up tomorrow, it might take us 3 years before we actually start breaking even and making a profit because we've got to invest money in the place before we can even do anything with it. And then you've
Mm.
got to pay all that back before you're technically netting money.
Personal money, yes.
Right.
So yeah, short and sweet of it. If you are a person out there that doesn't buy physical media, if you can't download it, don't buy it. And someday it might happen to Steam. You know, for those who know what Steam is, it's a video game platform. If Steam were ever shut down, that's all your games gone. You cannot download Steam. You can't even launch most of the games on Steam without launching Steam itself and being connected to the internet. Gone. So, I really think people should really start investing again into the idea of having physical media. Yeah, you don't want to tote that things around. You think I want to tote everything that I have in my life around all the time? No, I kind of want to buy it and just let it sit there. But but I know it's mine. Only thing can keep it away, or get away from me, or take it away from me, is if this house burns down. Knock on wood, it doesn't burn down, because that's the only way.
Fireproof safe, fool. You better get one.
Yeah, but that's for the very, very important stuff. But like anything else, like if it starts burning, there it goes. I can't fireproof that now, can I? That stuff right there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, buy physical. I told it. I said it plenty of times. I think stuff that is like media, like video games and or DVDs of stuff, should all be converted to USBs. Every computer has a USB, whether it be C or 3 or whatever. Get a USB type and plug that stuff up. It's way better. Or just be like Corvo and have servers in your house.
Be like Corvo. Last time I checked, Grumpy got sent one too.
Yes,
I tried to throw me under the bus.
I'm petting it right now, but yeah, the only reason I have it because of you. I'm not gonna lie, I would not have that if it wasn't for you. So yeah, I don't know how people are gonna do with it, but it does suck that you lost your money though. It would suck. Well, he has a very nice giant playhouse. My wife's showing me a giant playhouse on Facebook Market.
Take it apart to get a crane to get it out.
It's like $5,000, but they're saying you either take it apart or you take a crane to get it out. It looks like a miniature home.
It's real windows, stairs, and roof.
It looks like a mini house. That's all it looks like. Anyways.
That's your office.
So she's shopping for your doghouse finally. So you've got a place to sleep out of the rain. Damn, what you been doing, dude? If she's going as far as actually buying the doghouse,
yeah.
He's telling her not to buy it.
She's looking at it. She's
You're
looking.
Not smart, are you? You wanting to sleep in the rain?
Now I do want like a mini house in the backyard, like a little place to put some other things in it, or a mini garage, or hell, a stream room out in the backyard.
You know what would be awesome is, if you built a building, I don't know, somebody that could help you do that, so you could run power out there and maybe put all your stream shit out there and have a legitimate place for that.
Yeah,
who do I know that could help him with that?
Yeah. Well, I need the supplies first. Then I just need the very large Oompa Loompa that comes up and going, we can fix it up into.
Hey, was that a jab at me dancing when I was building mine? Damn it!
You were having fun. Hell, even Lord Pestis brought up the fact that I probably need to get the bricks like yours, because I was thinking, how would I put the foundation? Because I'm not pouring concrete. He was like, Pestis like, do what Corvo did. Just buy a bunch of bricks. I'm like, oh, that's a good point.
They literally make these little concrete block foundation pieces, pillars that have an X in them, so you can turn your joists up sideways. And
I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Put rocks down. I ain't pouring concrete. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I do want a place out in the back, and it'd be nice to just be like, hey, this is my actual man cave. It'd be the first time I should call it a man cave, not just an office.
How big is your current room in right now?
I would say in yards or in footage. I would say yards, maybe 10 yards, but in footage, maybe. How big do we say this room is, honey?
Every foot is 3 feet. Every yard is 3 feet.
Every yard is 3 feet.
It's about the same size as our bedroom.
Yeah, I would say about the same size. If y'all have like this was a bedroom, so this was the master bedroom.
Again.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think how many feet this room
Stop.
is. I have no idea. Not a clue. Maybe 120? 120 by 80? I don't know. Goodness gracious. I don't know my measurements at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a stab because I've been in that room, and I'm gonna say it's probably about 10 by 10 or 10 by 12 feet.
It's longer than it's wide. So yes.
Right, so it's probably like 12.
120 square feet.
I'm thinking it's probably 12 feet long and probably 10 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
The building that I built in the backyard is 14
Twice
by 20.
Yeah.
14 feet by 20.
You literally have a room inside of a room.
So like I could put your room in there twice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and honestly, if you've got all the shit, it's not that hard. It's more about taking the time to do it.
Yeah. Like there's always people like on Facebook, at least on Facebook Market, that's going, hey, we're selling this, but you have to come here and take it apart and put it on your trailer and then haul it away. And it's like they're always selling it for, I would say, reasonably priced things, but they usually are not very well kept. And I told my wife, like, some of them just flopping on the grass and going, all right, done. It's like, no, that's wood.
Do like my uncle did when he went shopping for his building. This guy placed it on a place ad and said, you have to come and disassemble and take it away. So my uncle drove out there with the long trailer.
Uh-huh.
And then my grandfather met him there with the excavator. He put his arm for the excavator up above it. They hooked these big tonnage ropes to it, picked it up, and set it on the trailer. They drove home, set some blocks up. He picked it up and set it on the blocks. Said, damn, that was the easiest building I've ever built.
Yeah, I'm not taking it
And
apart.
the guy that sold it was like, shit, I should have charged more.
Yeah.
I was being nice because I was thinking they were going to have to take it completely apart. Like, not these rednecks.
Like, I'm gonna save some money. You just come take it apart and take it away. Nah, I'll just pick the whole thing up. So yeah, we do want to have that. Maybe when people are coming over and visiting, it's like, hey, you can't be around my animals. Don't worry, I got a place in the back. You can sleep out there. You'll be fine. I want to insulate it.
It's fucking January with icicles 6 inches off your damn porch. That is not fine.
Yeah, that's right. I want to insulate it. I don't want to drywall it though. I honestly hate drywalling, but I know I probably will.
You don't drywall it. Just you put in some insulation and throw up some panels.
Stop.
Yeah, probably that wouldn't hurt. But I do not want to drywall it. So, that's one thing I will never want to do ever again. Is there ever any manual labor thing that you never want to do ever again? Drywalling was mine.
Drywall.
Okay, so same.
That ain't it for me.
What is it?
Fucking insulation.
Insulation? I didn't like it, but I was more willing to insulate because I also did like blowing insulation, the jean fabric stuff. That stuff was not a problem. But like most times, just don't touch the fiberglass.
Yeah, it's not that easy though. You know that shit.
Yeah,
you got that
little itchy arms.
Flip it up in the ceiling, and that shit starts flaking. You're like, oh shit, that's gonna itch later.
Yeah, you're like, just like don't touch it, just blow.
Yeah, it's like that project at work. They took all the vats down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're replacing all the ceiling tiles, and they set them over in the corner. And the guy's like, "Hey, you gonna help us put that back up?" I said, "Nope, that's what we paid you for, dude. Sorry about it up."
You put it up there, we took it back down, but put it back up. You got time.
Well, I will say though, we've made some good progress this week on it. Though I'm
surprised you're not done. Honestly, how fast y'all were going, I thought it'd be like, yeah, and done.
We will be. All the mudding for the walls are done.
Mm-hmm.
All the electrical, except for one 4-outlet box is done.
Yeah.
The entire staircase out the back is done. The old door is covered up and the new door is put in.
Mm-hmm.
And the landing area walls have been put up. I mean, they've been hauling ass.
What about
we're fixing to be at the point where it's going to be clean up and paint and then start installing all the tech.
What about the jackass that's try to change the lights? Have you ever figured out that
Oh
person?
no, that shit. HR figured out who it was, but it's been kept very quiet from the 5 people that are running the project.
HR caught on to it? HR, you're not supposed to be watching the podcast, okay? This is between me and him.
Yeah, they figured out who it was, but they have not told any of the 5 of us that's running the project who it is. They will not tell us.
So, wait. Did you report it? Did someone else report it? Like, how did HR find out?
I think the contractor was standing out there talking on his phone, if what I understand, outside of the HR's office about people, him warning them, hey, we just found out that some people that called us and told us to make these changes were not people that were involved in this, trying to give his people a heads up. Don't, from now on, only deal with these 5 people. And the head of our HR happened to be in the office directly beside where he was talking and come out and said, hey, what you talking about?
Got a little nosy.
Like, well, this is what happened. So then, from what I understand, he picked the Chihuahua to go find out what happened. And
damn it.
Well,
I'm mad at Chihuahua too.
I want to know who fucking did it.
My location.
Donovan, it's such a juicy story that maybe your employees will never hear about it. Does any of your employees ever watch this podcast? I still don't know to this day.
There's a couple of them that do pop in. Because
I know you watch it because of stuff you've said, sir.
And I will randomly have them walk up to me and be like, yeah, man, that was an interesting topic the other night. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait, huh?
When you start watching, asshole.
No, but when we say Chihuahua, we mean that with all the love. And
I love the girl to death. I really do.
From what I understand, it's all Corvo's fault. He admitted it, so don't let him give you that face. He admitted that it started because of So they come upstairs to where I'm at, and I am fine. I am happy in my little cube home, okay? My home is fine. Other than the AC blowing on me occasionally, other than the fact that I have a freaking bright-ass light right above my head, I'm content. I'm happy. I have all my shit where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Granted, the cube that I got moved to is bigger. And it's not in direct path of the AC, and the light's a little bit dimmer.
Okay.
But understand, moving all of my stuffies, moving my Keurig, my mini fridge.
Hold on. I gotta give him some back.
All my shit.
I gotta give him some back. I gotta give him some backstory because I can see his face. All right.
Why is there so much stuff? But what the fuck is your house?
Hold on. So in her cubicle, there is a hanging overhead drawer, right? Stealthy, being stealthy, knows that when people are upset, sometimes having something to squish on makes them feel better.
On top of when I'm on that.
So she has an entire upper cabinet of squashmallows and stuffies. And anybody that works with her that's having a bad day is free use to squishy.
So you just don't yeet them over there?
That entire freaking thing had to move. Not to mention she had to take the mini fridge that I gave her.
Now the mini fridge is not as big as you think it is. Okay?
It's a 6-pack mini fridge.
Okay. But so
and then the Keurig that I gave her, she had to move all of that.
Along with everything that was in the drawers. Along with having to replug in my shit. Take all my sticky notes that were on my desk and moving it.
I want a mini fridge right here at my feet, not gonna lie.
Everything that was attached to my walls that were like to make sure that I remembered shit.
So are you allowed to like decorate your cubicle?
Yes,
that's the point.
So
she had all her
I didn't
stuff.
have it decorated. It was not decorated.
Except for the conga line of dino figurines.
In my window. And my stitches. You forgot my stitches and my hearts.
So you see these figurines right here?
Yeah.
She has a conga line of different ones. And even, one of them even has a paper mache hat, a paper hat on it.
That was for my coworker. And then I have 3 little stitches, and then I have the 3 hearts that Crimson made me that resemble like the Zelda hearts.
Yeah.
I've got those in there.
He made her a 3-heart set of Perlebi hearts, like the original Legend of Zelda heart containers at the top.
So that my pictures, the information that I have to tell me like how to do certain parts of my job, because sometimes you're not going to remember everything in that job. Just a quick reminder. All of that had to move. Now, here's the thing. I was quite happy there. I was quiet, didn't say nothing. They're like, yeah, you might have to. I'm like, please don't, because I really, really, really do not want to move everything. Think about it. Okay. Could they come back a few minutes later? Yeah, you don't got to move. They go back over to their corner where they were talking. Come back. No, you're definitely moving. Person that's supposed to be in my thing is not up there.
He refuses to sit in it.
So they move me for no reason.
Goodness gracious. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm angry. I look at this man with a death glare every time I go by because I dislike the fact that they moved me for him and he still refuses to go up there.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was working there and someone told me like you could decorate it if you want to, I would mess with my company, bring a bunch of waifu stuffs into the place, a body pillow, bunch of posteries, and like, yeah, come on in. Like, wait, you uncomfortable? Wait, were you uncomfortable? No, come on.
And it's all pink.
Well, listen. And the thing is, if you think hers is bad,
mine is actually
moving my shit after 12 years.
You made a little secondary man cave.
His shit is in my shit because he didn't have a place to put it where he's at. So it's in my cubicle. So when they move me in him. At the same time.
You think it's bad for her, but think about this. You've seen her desk area.
Yeah.
It's like 15 feet in a U.
Yeah.
That's what I used to have. When they moved me to 5 feet.
Yeah, like just But don't you have like a whole office now?
Yeah, but I only get 5 feet of a desk in there.
Why? You're the only one working in there.
Because all the other desks are supposed to be for other people that never come in.
I'm like, people walk into your room like, wait, why is that stuff on that desk? Why does it matter? They're never gonna come in.
No, I got them the other day, so I walked around because I knew they were all coming in, and it's kind of a jokey joke, right? So I walked in there and I took a new computer, a new laptop, and sat it at every location and started them imaging.
Yeah. And
they all walked in, they're like, well, how are we supposed to work? I said, you're going to have to wait 45 minutes. I got like 6 people I've got to get machines built for, and I don't have any table space. I'm sorry. and my new boss was like, bet 45 minutes. That's a cup of coffee. Come on, guys. And they walked out. They just fucking left. And they come back a little while later. I was like, y'all didn't get mad like I thought you were. He said, what am I going to do? Tell you what to do with your office? You're the only one here 5 days a week. Believe me, we understand. This is your fucking office.
Yeah, it should be. Like I said, you just need one big old wooden desk and you're just sitting behind it. Just
watch this. I'm going to have some fun. Ask Stealthy, who's the only person that has a nameplate?
Stealthy, who's the only person that has a nameplate there?
Oh, I need to show you a picture.
He asked you.
Huh?
Who's the only person with a nameplate? Literally, when you walk up to this giant ass room, it says, my name, IT department.
Blank, 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 right? With a bunch of bars.
There's not even a place for them.
There's not even a place for put the bars for other names? God. They're not even bother with that.
Nope. Oh, yeah, you seen where I put that up? I put that up.
Took a picture of it. It was funny.
Yeah. I had to put up okay, so little short story. Your boy hurt himself yesterday.
Okay.
Pretty bad.
So I ended up having to leave around lunch today to come home.
All right.
I rolled my ankle, my knee, and I slammed my rib cage into our bar in the kitchen.
Whoo! But wait, into y'all's kitchen or work's kitchen?
Our kitchen.
Okay, so you hurt at work, then came home, slammed into
No. I hurt myself here.
At home.
Okay.
So
I got off work. I come home. Stealthy was making some pizza. And she's spraying some stuff on the pan so the pizza don't stick. I didn't realize where I was standing, and there was some of it had gotten on the floor.
Yeah, little debris spray.
So my ankle twisted, which threw my knee, which threw me, and this whole side right here hit the side of my bar.
Yeah, I can see that.
So last night, my back, my ribs, my knee, my ankle, everything hurt. You can even ask Stealthy when the alarm went off this morning. The first thing out of my mouth is, "Do I really gotta?" She's like, "You could call in." And I'm sitting there thinking, who am I going to call? I'm the first fucking person there. There's nobody to call.
It feels like this. Like, okay, I'm going to call him. Ring, 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 ring. Yeah, who's there? Yeah, I can't come in today, but you got to come in. But, you're not my boss. Well, technically, I'm you, so...
So, I get up and I go in. I get up and I go in and I tell my new boss what happened. And he's like, "Look, dude, I don't know what you got to do today, but if you want to truck out, that's fine. Just put a sign,
wheelchair,
put a sign on the door so people know." So I went around there and told the other two guys that were there, the head of our department and the other guy, that I was going to leave probably around lunch. I was only staying that long because I needed to help them take measurements for the new screen going upstairs.
Yeah.
Before I left, because there's no way they could do it with one person.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that, and I put a sign on the door, and that's what she's laughing about, is the exactly what I said. I'll read it, but I'll use my pseudonym. Pull it back up, because you're going to get a kick out of it. It says, "Corvo is out of the office until Monday, 2/12/2024. Please put in a help desk ticket for any issues, and he will look at it as soon as he can. If this is an emergency, please reach out to one of the other IT members, and they will direct you to someone that can help you."
Now, I will say this. Whenever that is said, the first thing everybody upstairs that works with me does is look at me. They don't look for the other team. They look at me and they're like, "Okay, so either you're going to help us or
we're waiting."
Quick question.
You need to tell us who to contact.
I know
now we gotta wait.
I know I'm pretty correct with you. Y'all went to college together, right? And y'all go to the same field, right? Y'all went for the same classes?
Yes and no.
Okay, because
she took some of the classes that I took, yes.
Okay, because my wife was asking me like they met at college. Did they go to the same field? I'm like, I believe so.
And then
I went in for networking. He went in for networking, and then I got booted.
I did the hardware and networking. I did both associate degrees at the same time, and all the certifications and certificates and crap that was all along with it. She was taking the networking side,
and I did HTML too.
And she did HTML, and then got booted because of financial reasons, not because of grades or anything, but literally because of money.
Yeah,
she lost. Corvo event essentially cost her funding.
I get that.
Understand. You know the story better than the viewers.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You get what I'm saying. But from a knowledge standpoint,
understand that not in reality.
You can understand that probably 90% of everything that I know, she knows. So she could do what I do at work, hands down. Because I don't even use 90% of what I know at work.
I was telling my wife literally yesterday, I think the paper degree should just go away. It should be about people's experience over paperwork, saying I taught this in school, when 90% of it you don't even use at jobs.
How many of you guys have been there when I've come home, I'm freaking wiped mentally and cannot no longer diagnose an issue and heard her fix what's going on with my stream?
Plenty of times.
You've heard it 100,000 times. It's not that I'm not capable of it. It's just I've been doing that shit all day. By the time I get home, I'm fried. So I'm looking at it going, I know I should know this. I probably fixed something just like it today, but my brain is saying, hell no, I can't help you.
I found something that I'm sure Grumpy will appreciate. I did send it to him already. I'm going to show it to the streamers as well.
Oh, Hey!
Wow, that's an image. Woo!
That's when I first started working there.
Boy, that is a night and day. Not gonna lie, like the other pictures you showed me in the past, this one is a night and day. Wow.
Yeah, I at least kind of looked like myself back then, but this was like in that transition phase, and I'm gonna update that shit Monday, just so you know.
You look
Don't
like you.
I have it saved.
Yeah, you look like you were
has
still
it
hitting puberty in this
saved.
picture. Wow. You got like you were like second puberty now. That was like your first puberty. And then
And I'll tell you what's sad. I was 28 when I took that picture.
yeah. And it looks like you hit more than one puberty throughout your life. Wow, that is a stark difference.
And the thing is I looked older in some of the younger pictures that I showed you than I did there.
Yeah, like the other pictures, like you look like you're like, okay, I can see that correlating. But if you told me you like a picture of that and then that picture, put them side by side, going, oh, they're the same people. I'm like, no, no, they're not. That is not the same person.
100%. That's me. I will not deny it. But, hey, did you happen to see the links that you sent him one of the links last night, right?
The Disney medal?
I said the only.
Yeah,
the Disney medal.
Yeah. So we listened to several of those last night. That dude turned some of that shit into some of the best metal and rock I've ever heard in my life.
Let me send him the one that I think that he would have appreciated.
Yeah, I love when people have a little bit of a twist on some classical music. There's this one guy that literally takes like country music and turns into turn Old Town Road into Papa Roach, and they would like if Papa Roach made it, and then there seem like different versions of it,
Some of his amazing.
Some of it's amazing, some of it not so much. But the ones that are good, they're really friggin' good.
I'll post it up on the chat if anybody watching the VOD. Here we go. There you go. Watch the one with the Disney metal version for Moana.
Yeah, I mean, like he's done all kinds of different ones.
I know. I seen it the other day. I seen it. It was here. Where the fuck is it?
Watch out! Oh, get this. Watch this. Get this. Okay, so I maybe told you this already, but I posted up a video of me playing Poppy Playtime 1, and I was trying to do this code thing, and I was trying to figure out the puzzle to try to get the door open, and I was looking at these train going around this loop, and it had like blue, green, purple, yellow, something like that. And I go, okay, maybe that's the code. I go put the code into this little colored block, and it didn't work, and all I said was Q, and they age restricted the entire thing, all because I said you at the very last couple seconds of it when I had like 15 other shorts that had cuss words in it.
Wow.
So I'm like, what is it? Well, it was at the end, and I said Q. I got age restricted. No, nothing was, no nudity, no like large profanity, no.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now. If I look at one of them shorts and I see nudity, I'm gonna age restrict your ass, and then I'm gonna go bleach my freaking eyes.
To be honest, it'd be probably something you wanted to see anyway.
What? Listen, long legs, I don't want to hear shit. Miss, you could cosplay.
She could.
Oh, by the way, I got her.
No.
I got her.
Okay.
Your new.
Oh, you got her. Okay, I thought you got her. Like you got your wife.
No,
like, hey.
I got her.
Oh, okay.
I got her. Bayonetta.
Yeah, I'm still trying to pull for her. I thought you said you got stealthy. Like, oh, I got her. She's gonna do it. I'm like, okay. Well, then be sure to put that up online somewhere.
No, but I got the character, and I'm gonna tell you the way I was building her.
Mm-hmm.
At 60 with nothing but like 3 artifacts at 10, she was already 1,500 damage.
1,500. That is okay. Was that ultimate or is that E like what or
No. That's
Charge?
her base attack
So
was
that-
at 1500.
So her base attack. Okay, it's not a charge attack, just base.
No, just base was at 1500,
Mm-hmm.
and she was only at 60, and only 3 of her artifacts was at 10.
Okay, so
Right now she is sitting at 77, and 1 artifact is almost complete. The rest of them are at 10. And she's at almost right at 2K or a little over 2K on base damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I'm done with her, she's going to be an animal god.
Yeah, when I was trying to play with her, I couldn't figure out how to I saw videos of people were double jumping with her. I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
I was
Dude, that is fun. That is so fun.
But I like characters that have high mobility, but gaming like Stealthy, I just love his combat, especially his ultimate.
He loves it to death. The first thing she said is Kamikaze!
Yeah, like okay, for everybody that's not playing Genshin Impact, this guy has a little puppy dog, and when you pop his ultimate, you can slam, but the puppy dog will come back to you, and you can slam again. And every time the dog comes back to you, you can just keep on doing the slam move with him or something like that. So if you stay near the dog, you can just keep on just...
So what would you say if I told you that I have Gaming 2 and he's C3?
I say, how's you playing? Because I haven't got that far.
I haven't built him yet. He's sitting at 0 right now because I'm finishing my Bayonetta first.
I sent you the second week.
Yeah,
I also bought Cereza and the Lost Demon for the Switch.
Yeah.
So at some point, that will be being played. Whether it's me or her, one of the 2 of us will be playing it.
Nice. Okay, well, that will be it for this week. I appreciate for those who are here. Be sure to leave a like on the video. If you're watching the VOD, leave a comment down below. Share it with all your friends and family. And you haven't seen already the shorts already should have been up by now. Should have already been up by now. So be sure, go check the shorts out. Go leave a comment on them. Again, YouTube doesn't care, but I'd love to see what y'all thinks and your thoughts on the comments. Be sure to leave a like on them and help us grow. Get 400 by, hey, let's go 400 by end of the next month. That'd be great. The numbers are going up more and more, so big number go bigger. As always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Bye.